All right, hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of That's All Kayfabe with me Lorenzo and my buddy Gabe. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Gabe?
I'm doing all right, man. Just big chilling, just trying to hang in there day by day, man. You know how it goes, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The usual,
Mm-hmm.
the usual.
No, I it's torture. every
Life,
day. Every day is
everything.
just torture.
But you know what's not torture? Our
What's
today's
that?
sponsor. Oh yeah, right.
Today's sponsor, Torture Inc. Where
Tor-
you can
Torture.us.
torture.ca from Canada, where you can buy your torture devices. Uh,
Oh shit.
everybody's got kinks, right? You can't.
I know, man. No
Every,
judging, no judging. My
no,
hands
no
up here.
judgment free zone here. Nah, it's not judgment free. Talk so much shit about. But speaking of judgment, and that's a good segue.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this that happened, but it is oddball. Here, stay with me, right? Billie
Yeah.
Eilish. If you remember Billie Eilish, you know her, the famous pop singer,
Yeah.
right? She's
Yeah,
of
for sure.
age, so no worries. She's of age. She had said in a article that as a young female in the industry, my body, face, and abilities are scrutinized in a way that a man's just aren't. And I recall, I looked it up. I was trying to find tweets about it, but I remember Dax Harwood of FTR. He's saying, no disrespect to this young girl, but men's bodies are just as scrutinized, in the industry.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean, no shit. Like, I don't think she meant it that way as far as men don't get as much hate as women, but it's
But
just
it's just
funny.
like a lot of people like taking it the wrong way. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
how
Oh,
dare you have an opinion? Oh man,
you don't know
God forbid,
anything.
you know.
God bless your heart, honey, or whatever they
Thoughts and prayers,
sweetheart.
thoughts and prayers.
But I want to
Yeah,
talk
but
to you about physiques and like how some wrestlers look better than they do than when they did like when we grew up watching them, and then some that
mhm.
just like man like they
Yeah.
they
I don't,
really went down.
I don't know if you have the picture, but when I know we were talking about this earlier,
Hmm.
but the one that comes to mind automatically is Gunther or
Yeah,
Walter. You
let me
know,
pull
when he
yeah
first came in,
Volter. Let me pull
Walter.
that up right here.
That is absolutely crazy.
Oh shit!
Like
Nope, that's Triple H.
he's like, oh no, oh God. I haven't seen that episode yet.
No, 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 no.
but
Yeah, like no.
but even
Did you?
like himself, it's like big dudes like that. It's nothing against his weight in general, but like you can just tell right there, like that's fucking fantastic shape, man. It's crazy,
No.
and even like the before and after pics, it's like his like it does not affect his move set at all. Like he's still able to do everything.
Yeah, yeah, because he was always like that character. He didn't really like do hardcore body flips or anything.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, you could
just
probably
the
do them now, but
yeah. It's like he's just like, "No, I'm good, I'm good."
I'm surprised back then though he didn't. Because I never knew of him before. I'm surprised he didn't wrestle with a shirt like a Kevin Owens or something. Like
Yeah, I guess it's just I think that's not an effect today because a lot of like big men compared to like big men from the 80s and 90s, it's I feel like it's night and day. Like you have big men like Walter, Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs,
hmm.
Wardlow. That dude, they're just more athletic than ever. Like I feel like it's not really a physique thing to be able to be that agile. It's just like the determination and practice. I mean, it makes me believe like a fucking 280-pound man myself could do a backflip, but I'm a fucking fold in half like a chair if I try. I already know.
No, I wouldn't fucking try that shit. I can't even get up out of bed in the morning without
I know it's
fucking.
like I'll sleep wrong. I'm just like, I'm selling.
I'm out. You gotta sell that. I was thinking of who else on here because I got a few pictures here. Triple H, he grew out of it pretty well too. I think there was a
Man,
point where he was like, was he off the gas? So he was kind of
dude, I
weird.
was gonna say you should have found a picture when he was in. I think it's like 2003 ish. But
Uh huh.
he had a little gut, you know, like he had a beer
Hmm.
belly, but he just looked gassed like halfway through his matches. And then now you just see him. It's like, my guy, you're a fucking like part CEO, aren't you? Like, why do you look like you're chiseled from marble? It's crazy,
And the same with like Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was always fucking buff as fuck too.
man. I have a picture somewhere. I'll send it to you. But
Uh huh.
I when I went to Raw years ago, like when they were like really pushing Roman Reigns like as champion, Vince McMahon in a match, he was special guest referee, but he had the sleeves cut off. And it looked like anchor arms from SpongeBob, like the fake ones that they pump up to make it
Oh
look
yeah,
strong.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it's just like his face is so red, but his arms are like pale fucking white. Like it's night and day, and his arms just look so fake, and he just looks like gas dude just from like fucking get on the floor and fucking counting to three, you know?
Man, I miss Vince McMahon. I wish him well in his endeavors. I'm trying to think of what because we had a Carlito, and this tripped me out when he came back at what was it? Was it the Royal Rumble recently? And I was like, what the fuck? He looks fucking built as fuck. Like,
He's built, dude. It's like I think it's just like the age and the free time, maybe. Like
it,
Carlito has him. Who else looked better than before? Billy Gunn.
yeah, I have Billy Gunn here. Let me
Dude, Billy Gunn is just so
what
fucking
I also
tan
have
and built.
Al Snow. Al Snow looks fucking
No
ripped as fuck.
fucking way. That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you watch that documentary Wrestlers on
No, I sure
Netflix?
haven't. I have not
Dude,
yet. It's on my to watch list though.
it's good. It's fucking like I mean I know you'd love it as a wrestling fan, but I feel like people would just love it as a good like documentary on the business. It's almost like a Broadway like a off Broadway show trying to get off the ground, and then they like perform it, and then it's fucking beautiful and everybody loves it. It's crazy. It's a good
Yeah,
story.
yeah, I definitely gotta check it out soon. Like it's under my watch list, but it's like I'm like, oh, I'll watch it tonight. And then I fall asleep.
No, that's how I was. I've got a lot of movies to watch too, and
Hmm.
I nope, just sleep. I love fucking
Yeah, Billy Gunn, dude, like right there, like
dude.
he looks more muscular than ever. But I mean, you can tell a little bit. He kind of looks the same, but in the older pic, you can see that veins about to bust on his arm, dude. He needs to be careful.
And he was just all he cared about was his ass back then. Not now. Obviously, he cares about everything else,
He's an
but yeah,
abs man. Do, abs man.
he's and then his sons are just as ripped too, but they're fucking young. But how old is he? I think he's like 60 something, right, or
He has
50
to
something.
be like late 50s, early 60s, and he's moves great. You know,
Dude, he looks insane. Like
he could sell what is it a yoga instruction video like DDP. I feel like he could do that.
DDP's always looked like a well fit Jake the Snake. Like he just looks like a biker dude. Like he doesn't look, or a gay
Yeah, just
biker
like
dude.
just there chilling. He's like, yeah, I can teach you some poses. And then he's like, what's it? Shoulders out, chest out, shoulders in. I don't know the diving cutter. I forgot what it is. I think shoulders in, chest out. I don't fucking know. It's something like that. I just heard it the other day. But
That's so crazy that that actually works out DDP yoga.
as far as physiques, like, do you have anyone in mind that's like more on the bad side? You think like they're kind of out of shape?
Oh, do I? No, I have I mean, obvious. My obvious thing is Adam Cole, and I don't, dude. I'm convinced something is like wrong with him, like that he's sick. Like, and I don't know if they just don't want to report it, or he has a tapeworm that eats everything that he tries all the muscles he tries to build, but
A dietary supplement and it just secretly had a tapeworm in it by accident.
he just learned that in Mexico. I don't
Dude, but
know.
but I was watching the last AEW pay per view, like when he was supposed to wrestle and he was out on crutches. And man, he just looks older by like another 5 years. I think he already had like gray in his beard. I don't know how old he is. He has to be like
He
30 something.
well, he still plays video games, right? So he's got to be young. And I don't
Yeah, I think
know.
I know he's not old, but I know he was like letting his beard grow out. He just looks so much older. And on Twitter, a few months ago, like 2 months ago, Xavier Woods had a picture with him, Tyler Breeze, Claudio, and Adam Cole, and like because they play Uno together,
Hmm.
and Adam Cole just looks so much older. Like he just looks tired, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just chilling, you know, like focusing on the streaming stuff. Because I know he's injured, but like you could tell, I felt like if he was in NXT, he was just so much more slimmed down. Not slimmed down in a negative way, but more
toned. Like,
toned. There you go.
yeah,
He was
because
more toned.
I've heard that from like Jim Cornette that like he's like I remember him in the NXT days and he was really into him and he said
Hmm.
he looked good. He's a good talker and he still is, all that, but now he's just like frail, like I think
I
this
think.
isn't even the worst picture I could have found of him at
uh,
AEW,
I
like
I think correct me if I'm wrong, or I don't know if you know. Supposedly in the WWE contracts, like they're supposed to work out X amount of times per week. Like they have like a strict like fitness schedule, like whenever they signed up with the company. So I guess
I,
that's why you have like Gunther and Kevin Owens. He's one too. Like I know he's still like a heavy guy, but he slimmed down a lot.
mm-hmm.
Like you can tell he's much more slim than before because still having a belly, but he looks in better shape. Like a lot of the wrestlers that are in WWE look in better shape. Not saying anything like to AEW or anyone any other promotion, but maybe their like dietary schedules or contracts are a lot more lenient. Because
Yeah,
just talking about it now, I think of Moxley.
or
Besides
Eddie
him,
Kingston.
yeah, Eddie Kingston. Uh, like with Moxley, dude, like in WWE's Ambrose, he was in good shape too. Like he had
Mm-hmm.
muscles on his arms. I mean, now he just looks fucking terrifying. He just looks like he wants to beat anybody's ass. But he just looks a little bit more bloated. Not
Mm-hmm.
not not in a negative way, but he's just like I feel like he's just there to get a paycheck and just chill out and just do whatever.
That's disheartening. Disheartening. That's disheartening to think that they're just there to get a paycheck. I was thinking too of the rise and fall of Lex Luger, and I'm like, man,
Man.
like, but I think he deserves it because he killed Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, correct. Tell me if I'm telling
What?
lies. Am I
I
telling
don't I
lies?
don't know this. What the fuck? What happened?
No,
Is that
wasn't
true?
he? He was like with Miss Elizabeth when she OD'd because they were like, doing pills, and he's like on the 911 call, like,
What?
"I need you to come. I think she's dead." Da da da. Because yeah,
No, I never knew that. Oh
yeah,
shit, man.
yeah.
That's just like
I need to like, do my research. I don't really care. I'm not, I'm not a news person at no, but I'm pretty sure he was on the 911 call and was with Miss Elizabeth when she like OD'd and yeah, she just died. So I
you know
blame
it's
Luger.
that's crazy, man. I didn't even know she fucking overdosed. I thought she just kind of like that and then just like vanished like the Thanos snap.
Miss Elizabeth, will you marry me?
Oh
Oh
yeah! Oh my god!
yeah. I love that shit so much.
Man, rest in peace, Macho Man, dude. I miss that guy so
Dude.
fucking much.
I wish we could trade Hulk Hogan for Macho Man. I really do.
Honestly, there'll be peace in the world. There would be a war.
Dude, that other timeline where he's alive. I was thinking of Tyrus too. I know we had him on a list and I'm like, did he really I don't know if he just did a fucking what is it? Where you just parallel like a lateral from here to there.
Yeah, he's just there. He's chilling, dude. He's getting that fucking Fox money. I don't think he gives a fuck.
That's true. I have a clip here of I think when he had a match. Hold on, if you watch it here.
It makes me so happy because I had Tyrus on my list too. And I was gonna tell you when we were looking up botches, hey, fight Tyrus's match, like the last one. But that whole match is just one giant fucking botch, dude.
Dude.
That oh my god.
I don't know how that dude kicked out of that though. That was a
I don't know.
fucking
I think that's EC3.
who's that?
Ethan Carter the third. Do you remember EC3? He was in NXT. He was in Impact, like Popular Impact. Came to NXT, and
Nah,
then
I don't
he was in
recall that.
WWE for a little bit. I forgot what fucking happened, but he messed up one time in a match, and like his career just went fucking downhill from there. Like they just stopped using him. 'Cause it was
Uh,
a match with Ambrose, I think, and he had hurt Ambrose or something got fucked up in the match, and so they gave him just a bunch of shit. So they're like, "Oh no, no more with you. Fuck out of here."
Man, that's how they bury him. They got to that's I don't know, but I would say speaking of feeling buried
Nice.
and right, I guess that
Yeah,
would be
that's
good.
good. That's good. I like that.
I have a article here or that from Jeff Hardy when he was on the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy. What is that? His podcast or
I think
it's just
so.
a book? And Jeff Hardy is quoted as saying, "I said that in WWE, I felt like I was a ghost, just walking around backstage. Honestly, man, I kind of still feel like that at AEW, just because of not being involved in something cool. I feel like there's something so special that we, Jeff and Matt, have within us to really bring out, and that's Jeff Hardy feeling uh buried over there at AEW. What do you think of
In
that?
AEW, I can understand. Like I know we talked about it last time, where it's just an overpopulation of wrestlers over
Mm-hmm.
there. Man, you get lost
Mm-hmm.
in the mix. But I mean, Jeff Hardy WWE. I mean, dude, everyone's gonna fucking love Jeff Hardy. It's hard to like not like Jeff Hardy, but it's like, oh, like not being involved in something cool. I feel like there's something so special that we have within us to really bring out. My guy, y'all been around for a long time. Y'all don't have to do anything else, man. It's perfectly fine. I think he had a match with Jeff Hardy had a match with Darby Allin. Do you remember that? It was like a street fight or something. My guy, I'm like, Jeff, please, you really don't have to, man. Like you already done so much.
No, I know. When they at least even Matt Hardy when he was first when I would first see him at AEW, he was doing like crazy stuff,
Yeah,
and
I heard he concussed himself one
yeah,
time.
he got messed up quite a bit, like that with that Sammy Guevara feud, where
Yep.
he fell down and like literally died, looked like he died. He turned gray and shit, and
Yeah, that shit was so sad to see. Oh
or they
my
threw that
god.
he threw that chair, remember, at his face, and it hit him
It
like the right
busted
way where it busted
Yeah,
his head
busted
open.
him open. He speared him off like the fork, the scissor lift, and
Yeah,
went through the table. But you just see his head fucking bounce like a basketball.
uh huh.
Oh man,
Dude,
it's
and he was already like you see him walking, Matt Hardy, and he walks like me after getting out of like an 8 hour shift at work. It's just he's so stiff, like a nutcracker or something.
yeah. I don't know if I forgot where I saw it, but I think Matt Hardy said somewhere that his spine was getting infused to his hips. Like that's like he can't
No,
sit in a chair right. Like he has to lift, he has to turn or like sit over the chair so that way he can sit down. Like he
hmm
can't just like bend down normally and sit down like this.
oh,
But he
it,
said
it,
that from all the shit he's done, it's because his lower spine is like infusing with his
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hips.
It sounds
Man,
so crazy to like think about that, and it's like, what do you do for a living?
I know, man. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, it's like
It's just
I'm a wrestler.
it's
Oh, that's fake, isn't it? No, it's not. Don't say that.
it's like yeah, don't you dare fucking say that. And
Still
it
will to
just makes
me.
me so sad. It makes me sad because the Hardys are one of my favorite tag teams. I growing up, it's like everyone wants to be like fucking Jeff Hardy, and it's like you want to do cool shit like the Hardys, Matt and Jeff. And they're still one of my fucking favorite tag teams of all time. But I'm just like, you already done y'all's due. Yeah, y'all could literally just chill out. Like I can understand the passion and everything, but I don't
Nah,
know.
they're legends. Like I don't feel like they need to do anything more, especially after what they did with WWE when they had the F in. Uh
Mm-hmm.
and they did the TLC matches with Edge and Christian, who are like
Oh man.
who did just as much to their bodies. We could argue, be argued
Hmm.
about, and they're still kicking pretty well.
They
Uh,
really are. I mean, they're still
yeah,
wrestling to this day, man. I'm surprised. At this whole time, I'm surprised Christian hasn't gotten lost in the mix. Christian Cage, like
he
over
almost
there.
did. Well, I mean, he's the one that's really keeping himself over and putting like a lot on that TBS championship, even though it's I don't even know
Yeah,
if
on
it's
a
a
different
second.
channel.
Yeah, it's a
On a
third
different
belt,
channel
you
now.
know.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
like, I feel like it's. I feel like it's easy to get lost over there.
hmm
But then it makes him think like, you know what? I'm gonna make fun of your dead dad. That's what I'm gonna do. What you dad gonna do? Fight me? Oh no, he can't because he's dead. And everyone, oh shit, this
because
is awesome.
everyone's dad is dead and they can relate to that.
I know, man. Like, but Edge and Christian, they were one of my favorite tag. They're in a comedic way. They're one of my fucking favorites. I always loved the 5 seconds of flash photography bit. They always did. I was watching Wrestling with Regret the other day,
Mhm.
and it was Edge and Christian versus APA. They were in Dallas, Texas. And Edge and Christian are like being so fucking stupid. And Christian goes, "What was the deal with the whole JFK assassination? Like, was it a bid? Was it for real? Like, who could have done it?" And then JR's just on commentary. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. They do not. Their opinions do not share with those of the World Wrestling Federation. And then they're like, for those with flash photography, like, just a weird fucking transition, but I was cracking the fuck up, man. It was so funny. Just-
As far as like, and
it's so
then now it's true. Now it's true. It's all coming out. RFK and he's writing books and they're
and it's
writing
like,
everything.
what a timely reference to make it fucking like 2001, or
Yeah.
2000, like the JFK assassination. You expect people to boo that? They're like, yeah, I think he's right.
I wonder if Vince signed off on it. I love it, pal. No, I don't know.
It's good shit.
He's gonna puke. Would you say as far as tag teams go? Man, you said APA. Fucking APA was. There were a lot of good tag teams in WWF back then. I'll say it's the F.
Hmm.
Who do you think like are your top three, just off the top of your head? You could. I don't know if it was off the top
Oh
of your head. I
man.
I know like me personally, I had like I don't even know if I had three because I had like the Dudleys, the Steiners. I
The
think
signers are
about like
fucking sick.
the Rock and Sock connection. Like I said, there's so many random tag teams, and the FTR is great. The Briscoes
Uh
were
huh.
great, but they just got screwed over with AEW because of dumb shit. And then unfortunately, that one Briscoe passed away.
Yeah, man, it's so sad, man.
Yeah, no, that was
Um,
sad. That was really sad.
but to go back to your question, like the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and to be honest with you, man, it's hard for me to think of a third one because you said there's a bunch of good ones,
Yeah, yeah.
but I kind of think of ones from today. Like I really like when the New Day was getting over. I was getting to that because I know like a lot of people when New Day first started, I hated them. I didn't get it, but it's just like, oh, it's just them being stupid. You know what? I'm into it too. The Usos, they took a long time for me to get into them. But with their feud with the New Day, that's what got me hooked into them because they would just put on great fucking matches. And
hmm
I think as far as liking wrestling in the Attitude Era, like I was a little kid, so it's like, oh, like they can do flips and kicks. Oh, they're funny, haha. And I feel like it's still the same today, where it's like, oh, like everyone's so athletic, and the New Day they're just fucking funny. Same thing with the Usos; they can be funny too. Fucking the Acclaimed, dude. Every time
Oh
the Acclaim
yeah.
comes out, they're like, they should have still been tag team champions. Like they should have never dropped the belts in general.
hmm
But when I remember going in Austin, and then they came out, dude. I was like goosebumps, man. Like every time I think it's Max Caster. Every time he said a bar, I was just like, oh oh, everyone's oh
Yeah, with the
shit.
rest of them.
I know, man, and it's so stupid because it's like, like oh, like scissor me, like it's so
Yeah.
stupid. But
No,
like me and my brother, like we're next to each other, like still doing it too.
I remember it being just annoying that acclaimed at the beginning, and then just getting into it because I don't know, like the crowd gets into it. And you're like, man, this is really
I
something.
know it's like if it's working, might as well go with it. You know,
Yeah,
I don't blame them because at first it's like I didn't get it. It's like another hip hop thing, whatever. But some of the bars started to get funny. Excuse me, and then like the whole daddy ass thing, I was like, but then I was just over there, yeah, daddy ass, fuck yeah. And then the
no,
fucking Billy Gunn is just on the apron, fucking hip thrusting like at the audience, and like nothing but guys in the crowd. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's all cross-eyed and shit.
I know, man.
Was-
Like fucking turn him to caveman, bro. It's so crazy. Yeah, but
Man,
what
I
about
I think
as far as you with tag teams? Like, do you have a favorite tag team from today?
from today, probably FTR. I think they,
FTR.
yeah, like watching them, like the matches they'd put on with CM Punk, and CM Punk like really kind of drew me to them. And yeah, it's like every time they put on a match, it's like a good match where it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
need like a lot of gimmicks or whatever you want to say. It
Or
doesn't
like
need,
flips, like false
yeah, no
finishes.
DQs. It's just like, and it's with any team. It could be like the most random team. It could be the Young Bucks. It could be random, like Starks and Bullet Bill or Big Bill or whoever,
Big-
like yeah, just like
they're the champions. I fucking
yeah.
forgot. I thought it was
That
still
is,
the fucking guns. Oh
dude,
my god.
and it's weird, and nothing. I like Ricky Starks. I think he's a cool like character. He's like
Oh wait, no, never
yeah.
mind. I was gonna. I'm thinking of Swerve. Swerve's the one
Swerve is
that's like this.
Swerve is really good too. I didn't like him
Mm-hmm.
at first either, and like seeing him more, and not even with that Prince Nana
Oh,
bullshit, Yeah,
I fucking love that. See, it's so
everybody.
stupid. It's so stupid, but I love it.
Nah, but Ricky Starks reminds me of like I mean, not even the Young Rock because that's a TV show. Not like a younger Rock. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
just cocky, but I don't know. I just think he was pretty good, and I don't know why they put these random tag teams and put the belts on him.
And I know,
That was
and I
me.
think going back to that, like how you say random tag teams. I hate how in AEW every random tag team has to have like a name of some sort. Like, have you caught that?
I know. When they did the MJF and Adam Cole was like what was it? MJF baby or
Or
I'm better
better
than
than
you.
you, baby.
I'm better
Yeah.
than you, baby. And I was
I
like,
think recently it was Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. I think they were called like Golden Ticket or some shit, something like that. And I'm just saying,
yeah,
I don't watch AEW on the regular, but I watch the pay per views, and I'm just like, I don't know how they fucking come up with that.
yeah. No,
Good
they're
for
they're
them, I
do
guess.
they're doing that shit where like back when like Jennifer and Ben Affleck dated Jennifer Lopez,
Oh,
and they were just combining the names.
Bafflick,
Benifer, yeah,
Bennifer Bafflick. Oh wait, no, I had a
Beeflo.
stroke.
And I know we were talking about, just like who we think is underutilized, because I think that was like kind of coming up in that conversation. Yeah, I know. Who do you think like in both promotions is like underutilized? Because I know we were thinking of a lot of people that
God, man. I have my list here,
yeah.
but I think I'll just start off with the shorter side, which is WWE.
Hmm.
Uh, because I feel like WWE they do a better job at showcasing the superstars that they have. Like some will get other screen time. Like even if say for example they got a main storyline going on, like they'll probably just show like a backstage clip, and then they'll have a match for like another story that's going on, which is good, because you can only see so much of whatever like the bloodline's doing. The bigger stars. You want variety. Like
Hmm.
I feel like that's the more important thing. As far as underutilized, the top two that come to mind is like Nakamura and Ricochet. I know recently Nakamura had the championship title shot with
Rollins?
Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Seth Rollins. Those were good matches, and I think now, I think they're starting to bring it back up. I love how they're bringing it back up. Just like let him speak Japanese, like make people read subtitles because Americans are fucking dumb. They can't read. That's a true heel. But it gets over, and I feel like I've always loved Nakamura too, like from New Japan. Uh, and I feel like what they're doing today, it's doing a really good job at trying to make him seem like a good heel. He does good at being like a snarky heel because that's what he was really known for, being very like flamboyant, like a rock star.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, as far as Ricochet, I know after the Logan Paul match, I think he's just been doing like small matches here and there. I'm assuming I haven't
I've,
seen.
yeah, I haven't seen him either, and it was a shame because that was a badass match. Like,
It was a good match. It really
yeah, yeah.
was.
Even like the
It's,
spots they did at random, what like tag team, right? They were like in tag team or I don't know. They just like doing spots together. You could
yeah,
tell,
yeah,
and they wanted to like do those viral moments, and they made a couple, and then the match like
yeah.
real
It
good
was a,
too.
it was a good match, and it's like I felt like that's excuse me, that match. Like I guess like a wild card match. Like it could go either way because they're both very athletic, but it turned out very well in the end. But with how crazy athletic Ricochet is, you think they would use him more as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just because they maybe don't like small guys. It's kind of like obvious that they kind of put them on the
Yeah,
back burner or put them in NXT, which like
yeah.
it tripped me out when they moved Baron Corbin to NXT, and I haven't really heard much of him. I hope he's all right, but he's
He's
actually pretty cool.
he's in the championship match actually.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, it gets Dragunov. We're recording this on a Saturday on the 9th. So tonight they're showing deadlines, and he's in the championship match against Ilya Dragunov.
Oh shit.
He's doing better. Like he's gotten a lot better at his talking. I've always liked his finisher. Like he was a good safe person to work with. I feel
Mhm.
like I heard that's what a bunch of other like through like news segments and like reports that he's always a good guy to wrestle because he always makes sure you're safe. Very professional, which is good in the end for the
Oh
most
yeah.
part.
Yeah,
Um,
it's something we don't hear about, but it's a good thing in wrestling.
well,
I feel like.
do you have a list for underutilized in AEW? That's what I want to hear.
Well, you pretty much named who I was saying, like Shinsuke, of course, in WWE. I just talk about WWE. Like, I think Drew McIntyre could be used a little bit better. It's a shame he had the championship when, the world shut down. I
Hmm.
like Finn Balor too. I think he's cool. I don't really like that he's in a stable, but I get it because
Hmm.
I don't know. I think he's a cool little dude when he, jumps on
Yeah.
people.
Ah, ah,
Yeah,
like
like
a
it
hunter
looks
from
bad.
Left 4 Dead, just like pulling on her head like this, like
When he stomps him with all his might, And
oh
I like
man.
Raquel Rodriguez too. I think she could
Hmm.
be like the next Rhea Ripley with how
Hmm.
strong she is, but they're trying to give her like a weird Mexican gimmick, and I think they need to like just give her like Rhea Ripley. She needs to build her own thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I guess they try to push like her being Mexicana
Hmm.
just so they could get that group of viewers in.
That cheap pop, yeah, like the
Yeah, just like
LWO type shit.
yeah, and it's like I guess but like you said, they need a. I feel like when they strain from their when they strain away from like simple shit like that and like try to develop their own character, like it works out a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, you could tell. I don't know. I'm all for like heritage, but it really like puts her in just that specific corner where it's like,
I, yeah, I feel like it's the same shit as just happy to be here. Yeah, I know
I
exactly what you
mean,
mean.
I bet they are. They're probably making bank.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like when
Uh,
they say it out there in public, like, "Oh, I'm just glad to be here," they just wrestle a couple matches and then you never hear from them again.
hell yeah. No, I wish I could just make that money just being there.
That'd be nice. Says I'll take a
Just
bump or two.
just,
Like just get dropped on
throwing
my back.
just eating Doritos or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'll sit in catering. Fuck yeah.
And you're saying about AEW. I mean, there's a laundry list there of who they're underutilized, but my first go is like, I'm glad they're kind of bringing Wardlow back, Powerhouse Hobbs too. I feel like and I always make this joke that they're like Link and then Dark Link, like because they look exactly the same. Powerhouse Hobbs looks like the shadow of Wardlow. Like he's just his complete
That's
opposite, you
great.
know. Uh the Briscoe, the one that's left, I forget which Briscoe's left, but I feel like they should put him over Mark
Hmm.
Briscoe, because I
I
think
think.
was it Jay? I think it was Jay that passed away,
Yeah, I think it was.
and then
Um,
Jay Lethal, I think should be doing more too. He's just a fucking great talent.
yeah, Jay Lethal. He's what with fucking Jeff Jarrett of all people, right?
Yeah, so weird. Just some TNA shit, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, on my list I have Powerhouse Hobbs too. I forgot.
Hmm.
He just recently got thrown into something, and I
Miro, I think, was it?
was it with Miro.
I know he was like feuding with Miro, and he was like the Book of Miro, the Book of Hobbs,
They
and
everyone was talking about big meaty men slapping meat,
yeah,
right? It was that
slap the
match.
meat, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I saw that match. It was good, but ever since then, I know Hobbs is with a team. I don't know who's part of that fucking team, and like I know he's doing something, but I don't know what else it is.
Yeah.
Um, the two that come to mind were ex WWE guys. Well, actually three. One is Andrade. I haven't
Mhm.
heard anything from Andrade. I think it's El Idolo, like that's his name
Mhm.
now. Um, he was always my favorite, and I thought he was doing fine. Like they could build him up to something, but I think he got let go like during the COVID times, like somewhere around that time. I don't recall. Uh, but continuing on, Keith Lee, he's another one, man. I'm
Mhm.
surprised Keith Lee wasn't like shot for the fucking moon when they called him up on the main roster in WWE. Like, cause I know he had a match with Randy Orton, beat him clean, and it's like, fuck, that's usually with that shit, you would shoot him to superstardom, but
Mhm.
then like he just got kind of lost in the mix as well. And I've been seeing shit that people have been complaining about Malachi Black as well. Be-
Mm. I saw where Andrade El Idolo was feuding with Malachi Black for a while, but that was on Collision when it first started, and
mhm,
CM Punk was there, and he was kind of in charge of it, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? You could tell Collision was different
mhm.
when it first started compared to Rampage or Dynamite. It had a different vibe to it.
Yeah, cause I think I heard with Collision, supposedly Collision was just created for CM Punk after that Brawl for All
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or Brawl Outs for All Out, whatever bullshit,
Yeah.
whatever fundraiser they're doing. Uh, like after that, they created Collision for CM Punk supposedly, so
Hmm.
they could keep him and the Elite separated, which is
Hmm.
fucking weird.
It's
But
so weird.
I've only seen a couple episodes of Collision. It's pretty good. Like I enjoy the wrestling. What's the runtime? Is it 1 hour, 2 hours?
I think it's
I
2 hours.
two
I think it's
hours,
2 hours. Yeah.
and it's just wrestling. It's like fuck yeah, I'm all about it. I think with Malachi Black, people are complaining. I don't know if it's really him, but I think it's just the fans saying that he hasn't had a singles match in fucking months. Like it's always trio matches. Like
Hmm.
he's always with the House of Black with Buddy Matthews and Brody King. Like they're always in the matches together, which is nothing wrong. But Malachi Black, dude, he's great. Like still to this day, he was always my favorite. Like in NXT, like he had the match with Andrade for the
Hmm.
NXT Championship. That was a great fucking match too. Like they're both great. And well, actually, everyone we mentioned, like they're all fantastic, and you
Yeah.
just want. It's just in the end, I just want the best for everybody. Like I just want to see them perform. That's what they want to do because that's what they get paid for. And just to only see them like once every 3 weeks, what is it, like a divorced parent situation? Like I only
or,
get to
or
see them like once a month. I was like, okay,
or you think they're doing something and then it falls off. Like it just never goes anywhere. It's what's annoying. Like you were saying about the Keith Lee and when he kind of fell off, and I remember he came over to AEW, and everyone was like, "Yeah, he's finally gonna be able to do something," and he had like the crowd because of that sympathy for
Hmm.
leaving WWE and coming to AEW. The same with like Ruby Soho, the same exact
Yeah.
situation, where it's like, "Oh, we could finally do something now at AEW," and then now they're like not doing anything.
No, for my last one I have for underutilized, it's not even one person. It's a whole fucking group, and that's the women's division. Like when you mentioned Ruby Soho, and it reminded me of my list I have right here. But man, I think they only get like 10 minutes at a time.
I,
Or that's what I
but
feel like.
it's I feel like it's just the way he books it, or he just doesn't know what he's doing, or I don't know. I don't know what the issue there with the women's, you know?
I really don't, man. Like when I saw them live in Austin back in March, I think it was sometime earlier this year. Um, they had a tag match. It was with Tony Storm, Ruby Soho versus, oh my god, who was it? Britt Baker and Sheeta, I think. I
Hmm.
think that's her name. I don't know how to say her
Hikaru,
first name. Yeah, her something like
Hikaru,
that. Hikaru. There you go. I
yeah.
apologize. And that match was like 10 minutes. They had that, and then after Rampage, no, after what is it, Dynamite, they had Rampage, so they recorded for Friday,
Hmm.
and they only had one women's match, which was Jade Cargill versus a Jobber. That ended in like 2 minutes.
It's like, well, we fulfilled our duty. We had a women's match,
I
you
was
know?
like, well, and check. All right, pat on the back.
Yeah.
And
Great.
it's like the same
Attaboy
thing.
women.
They got so much women talent there, and it's crazy. And you just want the best for them. Like in the end, like I just sound like a fucking broken record, but I just want the best for that. I want to see like different variety, and with the women's division, WWE do a really good job at
Yeah. No,
showing the women. I think it was like a whole show with women matches the other day. I think it was like they had like 3 or 4 matches, and they went like a decent amount of time. It's like fuck yeah, dude. That's exactly what I want to see. Give me a variety.
yeah, because I was saying we're not like and as both of us. Now we're not shitting on women in matches. It's
Hmm.
just because look at like Charlotte Flair puts on a good match. Fucking Rhea Ripley is like
Yeah,
the best. Like
I know,
even
and
you get arguably with men too. Like she's
I
just
know,
good.
like
So there are good women
the t-
wrestlers.
the two you just mentioned, like they had probably one of the best matches at WrestleMania this past
Hmm.
year,
Hmm.
at WrestleMania 39, and that shit went on like 25 minutes, I think. Like it was a fucking long match, and it was a great match. And then, like that's exactly what you want to see is just the variety of it. You don't want to see like a regular squash match.
Or
You know,
a Texas death match with all these fucking
oh
flaming
my god,
tables and
dude, we'll talk about that next week. I gotta write
yeah,
that shit
yeah.
down.
So
We'll
we
talk
can
about that
talk
next
about
time.
it. Speaking of not just women, but this does have something I guess to do. Speaking of AEW women, uh Aubrey Edwards, our favorite referee, right? I mean, I'm saying that to me sarcastically. I don't know if you're a fan of her. Says a pitch was made to Warner Brothers last year for an AEW officials backstage show, which was described as total divas for referees. And then this tweet says, "Shocker,
Shocker.
the proposal was shot down." And nothing against again like um sort of like a reality TV show, but that sounds dumb. One for the AEW officials,
I think I see the idea because I feel like with the refs in AW, they're more expressive than WWE. And there's one fucking guy, one referee in NXT, no, not NXT, I'm sorry, in AEW. I fucking hate him when I hate him. I dislike him with a fucking passion. And it's like, because I just don't know what it is. I don't know his name. It's not Rick Knox. It's another referee, but he's bald and white.
Hmm.
Um, he's so fucking expressive, and he's like very like vocal, you know.
Uh huh.
And one thing I heard, I think it was Charles Robinson or Earl Hebner. They said what makes a good referee is that you're not there. Like you act like you're not there, and it's like fuck. You're right. Most of the matches, it's like you're focusing on two wrestlers, just there to break it up, whatever, get a bump, whatever. But then it's like you got the fuck away from him. I set the cops to four. I'm the referee. Like shut up, dude. I know. I get it.
No, yeah, and I would notice that with like Aubrey Edwards, she would try to like insert herself into match. She even was in a match, like an angle with what's her name, the wife of Jarrett.
Oh my god. I was gonna say Caitlyn. It's not Caitlyn.
No,
Uh
whatever. Jeff Jarrett's wife. They had an angle where
yes.
they were like wrestling, and I was like, oh my god, like I don't know, like I know there's a place for referees having the angle and stuff like that, but yeah, you're right. Like a good referee should just be putting over the talent, not trying to steal the
Yeah,
show. You know.
yeah, exactly. Like they're more expressive. I could get why they want the show, but it's like, my dude, we already had Total Divas. I don't think we want to go through that shit again.
What would you say as far as wrestling reality shows you were into? Actual wrestling reality shows, because
Oh man, I used to fucking love Hogan's Knows Best. Hogan Knows Best, man. That shit. Man, but that's
I've
like when I was a kid. It's like I watched VH1 because I see like fucking little bit of cleavage because I was 12 and I got excited,
hell yeah.
and I thought I was gonna see it off of Hogan Knows Best.
That's the best place. Hogan shows a
Dude,
lot of
did
cleavage.
you ever did you ever watch Hogan's Knows Best?
No, no, not
No.
when it was like a thing, but I've
Mhm.
seen like compilations of just like the worst things said on there,
Dude,
and
yes. I don't know if you ever seen Wrestling with Regrets video about it. Have
yeah,
you
I
seen
did.
it?
I did
Okay.
watch that.
Like when he would review the video and then they play clips of it, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I used to like this shit. It's like you're not supposed to eat that, but I can eat that because I'm a guy and you're a woman. You're supposed to be skinny. I'm like Terry, like
And
Hulk
that's not
Hulk,
even
man.
the worst things he's
I
said, and that's pretty
know, man.
bad.
I was like, you like cancel culture. I don't think it really existed back then, but I was
Oh
like, man,
no,
some of the shit you said back then, man, you should have gotten your ass beat. Like
no,
in the shoot, brother.
man, that's why I wish
Man,
you could have gotten Macho Man instead of Hulk Hogan.
I know, man. Rest in peace. It just
Rest in peace, Bonesaw. No, I know even like with like these reality shows, like didn't they have the one like a backstage one with with AEW with Cody and his wife? Did they,
they
or did they
did.
cancel that? They did at least one
They
season.
Yeah, it was one season. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
It's like
and
whenever I
so
see stuff like that. Oh wait, no. I don't think it was just with Cody because I remember Adam Cole and Britt Baker were on it too. Do you
mhm.
remember?
They had a AEW, at least a backstage reality thing
Oh
for at least
man,
one season.
I don't remember if it was the same thing. Whoever's listening, if you want to type in the comments or whatever,
Correct us,
please
yes.
let us know. It's gonna be replying to myself. Oh, I found the answer. Man, what? I don't know if it was the same show, but I remember the Young Bucks were part of it too. Well, they're fucking part of everything.
And then didn't
That
Kenny Omega like didn't want to be a part of it? He was like putting up his hand like nah, don't film me.
Yeah,
Had his,
something like that. I think I
yeah,
only
had
watched
his face
like
blurred or
5 minutes
something.
of it. I was like, it's not for me. I'm
Yeah.
not really like. Well, I mean, I watched fucking Hogan Knows Best. That should say enough about me. But I know Total Divas. I watched it for a little bit, just because I want to see the wrestling side of it. But I can't relate to them at all. Like, I understand it's wrestling. It's reality TV. But damn, I don't eat caviar. I never been on a plane until recently. Man, they're living a high life. Like, good for them. I was like, I hate this. But it was successful. I think it had a bunch of seasons, right? Like 4 or 5 seasons.
Let me look that up. I
Yeah,
have
I don't.
no
I'll
idea
continue on while
how
you look it up. But yeah, with Total Divas and Total Bellas, I would only watch Total Bellas because of John Cena. I don't know if you ever watched an episode of Total Bellas with when John Cena was in an episode, but he was very robotic. Like it's like AI generated John Cena. Like, because Nikki Bella would try to change up the house. He's like, well, that doesn't go there. It's supposed to go over here. You know the rules in the house, Nikki.
So I'm sure he's a trip. Are they still together?
No, oh no, no,
Oh yeah.
not at all. I think he has a girlfriend now, and then she's married to some other guy. She has a kid now too.
Was it on
Yeah.
that show he was like gonna make her sign a contract about like some like about what they could say?
Yes.
There's some
About
silly shit
like
like that,
rules of the
right?
house or some shit. Like
Yeah.
he had a beautiful home, but he wanted everything to just be there. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that shit was so funny. Um,
No, I
but
pulled it
those
up
are the only two.
and the Bellas had 6 seasons and Total Divas had 9 seasons.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, dang,
That's incredible. That's
that's a
amazing.
ridiculous run
Oh
for a show.
man, did you ever watch Tough Enough
No, never.
when it
I
was
never
back
watched
then?
that.
I watched it when they brought it back in like 2011, 2012. It was okay,
Hmm.
but I think with Tough Enough, like back in like 2000, 2001, very 2001 feeling. Like I don't know if that describes it, but I
Was
feel like I was
there's a
watching.
lot of Lincoln Park playing or something?
Yeah, it's like I felt like I was watching an episode of The Real World. Like I feel like
Uh-huh.
this should have been on MTV. It probably was on MTV for all I fucking know. I'm not too sure, but Tough Enough was a good one. I remember liking for a little bit, but I mean everything just went over my head. Oh, where's Shawn Michaels? He's not here. Oh, this is with nobody I know. Okay, so I stopped.
I know more recently they had like WWE Treasures. Did you watch that when it was like going on?
I saw one episode it's when they were getting those fucking those clubs that the Iron Sheik would
Mm. Yeah,
fucking
yeah, swing
swing over
around.
his head. I think they said they were like 75 pounds each, and he would just swing them around like that. That's fucking amazing. But I didn't watch too much of that one. Did
Dude,
you like that one?
dude, it was okay like to watch when there was like nothing else to watch, but there was an episode where they were trying to get like a certain Ric Flair robe, and who had it was that one referee that they call Little Nate, and
Charles
I forget.
Robinson?
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
call him Little Nate, and he had that specific robe, and he's just a rowdy Ric Flair fan. Obviously, they call him Little Nate,
Hmm.
and you could tell that he didn't want to part with the robe, and they were like, "Oh, well, we needed to complete our fucking museum warehouse or whatever."
Uh huh.
Will you, and they were like, "Will you take 4,000 for it?" And he's like you could tell he didn't want to sell it. You could
Uh
tell he was
huh.
so sad, but they told him like on camera, like, "Hey, we we need this." And then it
Oh
was Top
shit.
Dollar. It was Top Dollar
Oh
hosting the
my
show.
god.
So like
Seriously?
he was there like, "Would you take 4 grand? How about 5 grand or whatever?" And he looked like heartbroken, like that shit
Oh my
when
god. Ain't those
that
robes worth
shit.
like $10,000? Isn't that what fucking Flair said?
Dude, yeah, I know they're worth a lot, especially that one specific robe that they were looking for to complete
Only
whatever,
4,000, man. What a fucking ripoff. Top Dollar's a
Dude,
top fucking scammer.
it looked like that shit when Ralph's heart breaks when Lisa dumps him or whatever.
I was like, you see the exact moment where heart breaks.
You got to throw a Simpson reference in here like Botchmania. Uh
Fuck yeah, man.
but speaking of stuff, no, I don't know. I don't know. It's a segue of the
I'll
speaking of
take
the
it.
Bella twins, I don't know. And John Cena, I know we were going to talk about wrestlers and characters in video games. I wanted to show you the little bit of footage that they had here for Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat, and it's like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Check it out.
You wish to fight me? Not fight. Beat senseless. You wish to
Hell
fight?
yeah.
And that's John Cena versus Danhausen. No, I don't. So they're
Peacemaker versus the Kiss Demon. It's crazy.
the forbidden door has been kicked off.
Oh
My
shit!
God.
Good God Almighty!
No, but I was thinking about that. Like, man, that's cool that he's in a video game. But then, I don't know. Like, there have been wrestling video games. I was thinking what other characters we would want in video games. You know?
Yeah, but the one I had to fucking look it up because I wanted to make sure, and I know this is true.
Yeah,
I love
I
that
don't know
fucking
why I
answer.
say Roman Reigns versus Son Goku. I saw
Versus
that.
Son Goku.
That
Dude, I
was
have
on the
a
internet somewhere.
I have Roman Reigns. I would like to see him in God of War as like a mini boss. You could totally see it, like tribal
That'd be
chief, you
cool.
know, all the fucking tattooed, the tribal tattoos he has across. They could do something badass with that. But the one I had to fucking look up was Macho Man because I know he was in some. It was, I think it was Cars. He was in a fucking Cars video game. His
Really?
voice, yeah. I think it's
Huh?
called like Cars Racerama, and he's one of the cars that you that you race in there, and he says like some voice lines. Man, I had to fucking look it up for the life of me, but it was a Cars game. I remember.
Why was he in a car? Like, who the fuck came up to Macho Man and was like, "Hey, record some lines for a Cars game on for
I know
Disney"?
I had to look for that list, but when I saw that list, you ever play the Yakuza games, or have you know about the Yakuza games?
I know of them, but no, I've never played any of them.
One of them I was playing like about a year ago. I stopped because there's just so much to fucking do in the game. But uh, it was Yakuza Zero, and I'm playing again. And one of the mob bosses was fucking Kazuchika Okada,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw like a clip of that.
I was
He's the
like,
Rainmaker, right?
yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then like Tetsuya Naito's in there, fucking Hiroshi Tanahashi's in there too, and they're all like fucking mob bosses in the game. And like Okada tells you, oh, you're like you need to go find Kiryu and like beat his ass. You're like, oh, he's on the other side of town. I don't have bus fare. He's like, oh, I got bus fare for you. And then he does this fucking pose and like just a bunch of yen flies out of him. I'm like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I'm just saying, like, what the fuck?
No, I've just seen random even whenever Kenny Omega did that Undertale shit for Halloween. That was like when he
That
came
was
out to
pretty
like a
sick.
Undertale. Yeah, it's
Uh
so
huh.
random like how that's becoming more normal. Or whenever they did that Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, which I don't want to
Oh,
get
dude, I
into,
didn't even
but
fucking watch that. Nah, man, I heard
yeah,
that was
but I
bad.
was like, that's interesting that they're
Hmm.
promoting a game in that way. It's not the best way to do it, but yeah, I could see like I don't know, even Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, they were all in UFC games, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one thing. There's two of them I'll mention here real quick. I said I imagine John Moxley in a Dead Rising game as one of the bosses he had to fight. You know, just them fucking cutting himself for no reason because he twisted his ankle. And I put Darby Allen as ragdolling in a GTA whenever you crash your car.
He's just wasted, just
I
there
know, it's just
glitching.
wasted all the time, just fucking coffin drop everywhere.
No, I could definitely see a wrestler in like a Street Fighter or a Tekken, you know, like why not?
Hell
It's
yeah.
becoming more and more realistic, you know.
I know the one that popped up recently when I was doing the research was the New Day. They were in Gears of War 5. I don't know if you
Mm,
remember that.
yeah. Oh, you mentioned that I do. That was really cool.
And then they had
Batista.
like the fucking armor and shit. Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was fucking badass, man.
Yeah, Batista was in that same shit too, and he would do a
Hmm.
Batista bomb and they'd like explode and shit.
Yeah, that shit was so man, dude. That shit was so fucking rad. I haven't played Gears of War 5. I stopped at like 3, but if I would
I think I
continue on it, I just to see that.
yeah, I stopped at 2 and 3 it just got too I don't know, convoluted. I don't know.
It worked itself into a shoot.
Yeah, I was like, no, no, I'm an old school fan. I can't deal with any of this new shit. Women in a game? No, I don't. Women soldiers? How dare
Just
you?
start falling from the mountain.
This ain't right. Uh Yeah, no, we'll end here with botches. We got a few of them here. Oh, you sent me. Well, I want to show you this one, and then I want to show the one you sent me.
Okay.
Let me pull this one up. Check this one out.
Oh no, I think I know what this is.
What? Oh my God! It's him! It's him! CM Punk! CM Punk!
It's so cringy.
Jay looks a bit smaller. But my God!
I don't know why that
Look at
dude's
the
hair is
protection
like
he's had.
that.
Oh my
Dude,
God!
it looks like Elvis. Like, oh my God, dude. This is so cringy, man. I love that shit.
Oh, I love how the announcer's just screaming into the mic. It's CM Punk! It's CM
And then,
Punk!
like, everyone's in the crowd just, like, politely
Yes.
clapping. You know, they got fucking played.
Yeah, yes, we love Cult of Personality. Great song. Guitar Hero. No,
Hell yeah.
that's what
Guitar Hero
that's what I
3.
remember.
Man, I'll talk about Guitar Hero for another fucking hour, man. Don't even get me started.
Here's the one you sent me, and I was like, okay, what the hell? Invisible
That's
match.
the ref.
So close, but only 2. What is it going to take?
Oh man, here we go.
Fall off the balcony. Wasn't enough.
He missed the cue or what?
I saw that in a clip. That was so funny.
And 3. He got him.
Dude, but that's the fucking referee that I said that I hate.
Oh, that's the ref.
Oh, and crashing.
Yes, he's the one in AW. I don't know his fucking name. But yeah, he's the one I'm just like, he needs to chill out a little bit, man. Bring it down to like 4. He's at 11, but he needs to bring it down to a 4.
Man, no, that tripped me out. I was like, what the hell? I've seen like crazy ass matches like that, but I don't know. Like, how do you explain that to the crowd? Oh, only you can see it with these special glasses, you know?
It's so cringy. I found a video just because I like that table spot. I didn't know the whole match was like he could only see them. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Here's another one here. Let me pull it up.
All right,
All
let's
right,
check
here
it
we
out.
go. Okay, it looks like they got
Oh my god,
a human centipede type of thing going.
I was like, oh.
I don't know why they're all in sexual garments.
I know they're all wearing banana hammocks, man. It's just so stupid.
All these officials.
Oh my god, you think this guy here? He would figure out the pattern, be like, oh, I don't know if I should go and stop him. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? This was
Dude,
right
stop going in! You see 7 people! Oh no!
Oh, that twisted it up.
Oh
didn't see that
man,
coming.
dude, fucking M. Night Shyamalan. And then he calls off the match. Oh, thank God, man. Too bloody.
I wouldn't mind being the one like at the girl, but then it starts getting a little too
I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be the 5th one in.
yeah. I volunteer. It's tribute.
do, do, do.
Do you remember this? Do you remember this spot here?
Oh no. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do
Please.
it real quick.
Oh no. Ah.
That one's so bad. That one's so
I mean,
bad,
it's both of his fucking legs.
dude.
Oh.
It is in the entrance. Like it wasn't even in the match.
Oh my god, dude! I see bone breaks like that, man. It makes me wince. Oh
Dude,
god,
that one, yeah, that one I remember originally seeing, and it was like, how the fuck, like, yeah, how do you like my knee hurt right, or knees hurt right now, but how do you
I
just go
know.
into the ring, jump, and then that's it? They just
That's
go
a
out.
fucking Mortal Kombat X-ray, dude. Oh shit!
Last botch I got here, and this
All
one's
right,
a pretty crazy one.
give it to me, man.
Oh
Let's see
shit!
what you
Wait,
got.
I don't even have the thing on. What the fuck? All right, here we
Oh
go.
shit.
Nope. There we go. Last one.
Oh my god.
Oh, with the powder in the eyes. Who's in the call 911? Someone call 911! Damn it, call it!
Oh
How do
my
you?
god.
I don't, dude. That trips me out. How do you get like you're doing this throwing over the body front flip and then you fucking drop kick him at the end? I don't know.
Oh, he kicked him too.
Yeah, did you see that? He fucking flipped him and then like followed him and kicked him down.
His fall was safer. The guy giving the move, the guy taking it, fucking got double collateral. Oh man.
That was kind
I
of impressive though.
yeah, I don't know. It's like really, I don't know, CZW, that's a whole nother topic for another time, man. Damn, I don't even know where to
No.
go with that shit.
But yeah, no, wrestling's great. We love it here, and
Fuck yeah.
I think that'll be good for us today. I hope everyone enjoyed watching. Gabe, what do you do in your life? Look at the camera.
Uh
You're there. No, what do you?
support the arts. Nah, honestly, man, like since you brought that up, like I keep on going back to our first video. Everybody got to over 100 views. I thought that
Oh
was pretty
yeah,
fucking sick, man. So, I mean, whoever gives a shit about wrestling, whoever's been tuning in, man, like, appreciate it. We got the podcast up on all streaming platforms wherever y'all listen to y'all's podcast. So, whatever support we can get, man, it's like we really appreciate it. We just, like you said, two dudes just fucking love wrestling.
yeah. We're just shitting around, enjoying wrestling, talking about it because no one else around us really talks about wrestling.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, no one can listen to me for an hour talking about wrestling. I can fucking promise you that.
That's same with me. Like, oh my god, why am I the only one that loves wrestling around here?
Excuse me, sir. Like, do you have time, please? Do you have an hour you can spare?
Oh, and then CM Punk, and then no,
And I'm just
and then to
like, I need someone to fucking talk to me about this, please.
but yeah, no, I hope all of y'all check out That's All Kayfabe. It's everywhere, like Gabe said, everywhere podcasts are available, up on YouTube, and then check out That's All Funny, available everywhere also, and up on YouTube as well. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for listening. We'll be back next week with more kayfabe. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we got it.
Later, guys.
Later.